Well, good morning, friends and family. Today is Tuesday, August the 6th, and we are in our second week of our Walking with Jesus. We continue to look at the miracles today, and today we're looking at the story of the healing of the official's son from John chapter 4. I'll be reading verses 46 through 54. As he traveled through Galilee, he came to Cana, where he had turned water into wine. There was a government official in nearby Capernaum whose son was very sick. When he heard that Jesus had come from Judea to Galilee, he went and begged Jesus to come to Capernaum to heal his son, who was about to die. Jesus asked, "Will you never believe in me unless you see miraculous signs and wonders?" The official pleaded, "Lord, please come now before my little boy dies." Then Jesus told him, "Go back home. Your son will live." And the man believed what Jesus said and started home. While the man was on his way, some of his servants met him with the news that his son was alive and well. He asked them when the boy had begun to get better, and they replied, "Yesterday afternoon, at 1 o'clock, his fever suddenly disappeared." Then the father realized that was the very time Jesus had told him, "Your son will live." And he and his entire household believed in Jesus. This was the second miraculous sign Jesus did in Galilee after coming from Judea. A couple of things. One, this man had the faith to come and find Jesus, looking for Jesus, understanding that Jesus had what he needed. Too often I wonder if we actually look to Jesus for what we need, or if we just try and take things into our own hands. I have to admit that a lot of times I just assume that God wants me to do it on my own, and I try and make it work. And sometimes I succeed and sometimes I fail. But I genuinely believe that God wants us to depend on him, to look to him, and to walk with him, and to invite him into our daily lives. The other thing that I noticed here is that when a sign or a wonder, when something miraculous happens, it's that moment that induces faith. I wonder how many times we have the miraculous that happens around us and we don't take note of it, and therefore we don't find our strength, our faith strengthened. I know I could use stories that help strengthen my faith. There are a lot of times when I struggle, and I think that that's part of what the miraculous is here for, to show us that God is still moving, that God is still in control, and therefore it pushes us towards deeper faith. If you've got stories of the miraculous, I'd love to hear them. You can post them in the comments, or you can tell me in person. But I hope you're enjoying this journey of walking with Jesus, and I'll see you tomorrow.